Last month, the RAB produced the Radio Mercury Awards presented by Beasley Media Group and Hubbard Radio in partnership with iHeartMedia, where we celebrated this year's Best Commercial Audio Creative. We proudly celebrated the 28th awards competition exclusively focused on the radio medium. Now, these inspiring and award-winning spots were created by ad agencies big and small, radio stations and production companies, as well as students. The creators of these award-winning spots are now holding the world's most coveted audio advertising awards, as well as some big bucks. We want to thank all of our broadcast radio sponsors for their incredible support of the Radio Mercury Awards. We also want to acknowledge our accomplished list of judges who head up the creative departments at ad agencies across the U.S. And a special shout out and thank you to Chief Judge Chris Beresford Hill, Chief Creative Officer, TBWA, Chiat Day, New York. And while most of you couldn't join us for the awards at Sony Hall in New York City, we're sharing the excitement of radio's big night and hope it inspires you to up the creative process.
You guys ready to give away some awards? All right, I am very happy to be here to represent Beasley Media, of course.
And the $5,000 radio campaign winner is BBDO New York.
Congratulations to McCann, New York.
Progressive Insurance is our well-deserved Radio Marketer of the Year.
Leo Burnett LaPiece. Casanova McCann.
Congratulations to the $5,000 winner, Vocal Fry by the Richard Group.
That winner is Sad Gladbag by Michael Simon Lim.
Congratulations to Hubbard Radio, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Congratulations to the $1,500 winner, 360i. Let's hear for We Beefin' by VML. Arnold from Elk Country for Progressive Insurance.
I'm in awe of all your big brains. All you guys. And what do you guys think of my fancy green jacket? Hang on.
And the award goes to Hubbard Radio, Cincinnati. Congratulations to iHeartMedia Creative Studio for Soft Rock, Jim and Donna for the Kansas City Men's Clinic. They did it again. Congratulations to the $1,500 radio campaign winner, the Richards Group, on their 2018 Motel 6 campaign.
We are not tired of hearing it. Eric and I are both wearing Old Spice pomade in our hair. Big congratulations to the $50,000 Best of Show winner, Wyden Kennedy, on their pomade radio campaign for Old Spice.
I always wanted to come to these awards, and now I'm back there wiping tears from my eyes and looking at my organ donor card and just like, damn.
Radio to me, it's such a personal thing. If you are listening to it, it's got to strike you as personal. I've got to feel it, and I can't be there, and I've got to reach out and almost grab you, and it's very difficult to do it. And radio to me is just something that it hits you at the right time. And if it hits you at the right time, you can actually feel it versus you feel it inside here versus seeing it. You actually feel it and remember it in a different way if it's really, really good and insightful. If it's not, it passes you by.
Be bold. Take a chance. There's a lot of hesitation sometimes, but that's what works with the media the way that it is today. You really need to stand out. You need to be bold. You need to be creative. You need to make people pay attention. What evokes the imagination more than radio?
I think it's the purest writing medium there is still. It's theater of the mind in its purest form. And I think creatively, for writers at least, it is the platform. It's the place where you can really separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
It's the oldest form of storytelling, and so it was so exciting for us to be able to create this project using this medium.
The truest test of kind of writing and creative metal. There are not a ton of tricks you can really rely on, not a lot of crutches. It's just you and a page, and you just got to kind of get the words down and get it right.
I mean, I got into it because of the theater of the mind, that we could create worlds that you couldn't possibly create in a lot of other medium, even animation. It's all about coming up with something compelling and interesting and relatable to the audience so that, you know, they want to keep listening.
It matters in so many ways, especially for a writer. Like, this sounds selfish, but we share TV with our art directors, which is wonderful, but I feel like radio is the only medium where we truly get to shine and just be as creative as we want to be, and our only limits are ourselves. You know, what can we do? How can we make it better, more recognizable, more entertaining?
I was shocked. Surprised again.
Yeah, it's his 9th time. It's my first time, so I think we're both equally super excited and giddy. And
Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I'm just like, ah! Like I want to go take pictures in Times Square with it and everything. I'm super excited.
At the end of the day, it's what's connecting people with the medium, where, you know, as they say, the medium is the message. And for radio, it's all about being in the community, connecting with the grassroots consumer, having the personalities and the DJs bringing to life your message and being able to complement that with the traditional 30 and 60-second spots.
You know, this started from an authentic place. I don't remember how many it was. It was probably 10 or 15 phone calls where we listened to people talk to the people that had saved them, and they were all super, super emotional, and we just felt like we had to share the emotion and share the sentiment with as many people as we could.
It worked well for a campaign like this. There's an intimacy that I think comes from something that's audio focused, and even in creating the TV for this, we showed images of the people, but we didn't film them getting together with the first responder, because there was something about just hearing the voices. And so I guess that's what I would say that radio and audio provides, is an intimacy, you know, that sort of feeling that you're leaning forward to listen in.
This client particularly, they have seen so much success with this campaign, and it's just because it's different. It's different and it really stands out. And like I said up there on stage, that category, the men's clinic, is really, really popular right now on radio, and we did something that nobody else is doing, and I'm glad that we got recognized. It's amazing.
Radio matters today more than ever because there are so many ways to consume media, and radio is a simple, single way to hear a message and then act.
I feel that radio awards are probably one of the hardest to win because you have 15 seconds, which is really a long time to grab your audience, more so than social media, because it's easier to switch a radio. And it's not a common medium like social media. So to win an award like this, I think says a lot about the student.
It's a breakthrough way to connect with your consumers very directly. And in a time when you have a captive audience, they're really in the mindset to absorb your message.
When you can, imagine something without seeing it, it's a good sign that you're writing a good radio.
For most times, I think when you're listening to radio, assuming that a lot of it still does happen in the car, which is really nice for progressive, is that you're not distracted, but you're really dialed into what you're listening to. So I think it just resonates even further.
This year's $50,000 Best of Show Award was given to Wyden and Kennedy for their Pomade radio campaign for Old Spice. They join an elite group of advertising agencies, including DDB Chicago and the Richards Group, who both brought home the grand prize and giant check 3 times.
Yes, I'd like to thank specifically Liz Mollenfont and Eric Fessler. They were the ones who actually wrote the commercial. We're just here to accept it on their behalf.
Radio is the most important medium, in my opinion, because it's the only one that will stay around during the impending apocalypse. TV, big digital, social media, it's all going to be gone, but radio, you will still be able to give a direct, heartfelt message to your consumer base as a brand, and I think that's really important.
Pomade Radio was above and beyond the most captivating and creative campaign that the judges heard. And they felt they could hear it over and over and over again. Have a listen, and I promise you too will want to hear it over and over and over again. Jeff Charney, the Chief Marketing Officer of Progressive Insurance, enthusiastically accepted the Radio Marketer of the Year award, and his remarks left us all inspired, pumped, and proud of what we do in radio. To view the complete award show and to listen and share some great radio creative with your clients, visit us at the Radio Mercury Awards website Call for entry for the 2020 Radio Mercury Awards competition opens in early 2020, so you'll be on the lookout for more information from the REB.